Direct to the point, Sasa.
You've not given us a number.
A number?
Yeah.
The people I've dated in the past.
That's my sister. 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 That's my sister.
You've not given us a number.
A number?
Yeah.
The people I've dated in the past. Let's go with 3.
3?
Yeah, let's do 3. The others are less ones. So I didn't mention you, I didn't count you, but the ones I know and feel like I've really dated are 3.
Okay, that's nice. Mine, I'll stick to 1.
Yeah, so like which of your relationships do you feel like was toxic or was the most hectic for you, and how did you get out of that relationship?
I never expected it.
One of my toxic relationship was with another guy.
Utajijua
tu, like, that's one of the... Okay.
But then, ukisikia ni wewe, siko bad. We are just sharing our experiences, and you just happened to be part of it.
And hopefully, when YouTube pays us, we'll enjoy the money because you tested us in the relationships.
That's why they say it's a lesson. You teach people as a teacher, and you get paid.
Continue.
So me, one thing, this guy was broke. This guy was short.
Jesus is Lord.
Like hini gani hata mimi kwani sikujiheshimu. But anyway,
no, I'm trying to guess who this guy is, but tuendelee tu.
So like
Continue.
This guy was very toxic. He knew I loved him so much, and I felt like we had a future together. I knew this was gonna be my husband.
Wait,
for real.
Okay.
No doubt.
Alright. Shout out for the husband.
So this guy used to break up with me for the smallest reasons. And then you know the funniest thing, his friends would always tell me, like, mbono narudi.
Hi, Mimi.
And I used to go back.
About to hear this.
When you say friends wanakwambia, been there, done that, hiyo pia ni sign, achana na huyo.
Yeah.
Friend wako akikwambia, achana na that guy.
Yeah. And then you know me, that time his friends used to tell me that I used to feel like, his friends are catering me. Are they jealous? So I used to feel, actually just make me want to stay.
Get right here,
so
man.
I don't know why I chose to go back to this person. But this person was very childish. He didn't know what he wanted with me. Okay. And then he'd just give me stupid reasons to break up with me. And then the one that hurt me the most is this, as I've said, as I will repeat, this man was short. But he's cheating with a girl who's taller than him. Don't you have some respect for yourself? Kindly,
respect
sir.
Your height.
Baka nikashanga huyu naye.
Hana audacity.
Ama ni vile mimi ni mfupi. Na kuniambia he wanted a taller person. And sometimes and then the funniest thing, he had given me a hoodie. And then they had this chokora kwa hiyo koti yao.
Now I know that.
Nikapatia chokora wao. Abange hoodie anatembea tunayo. And that is how I got to recover. I'm so sure.
Like how did you, like for me, I'm like, you kept on going back.
Yes.
Like when was the last time you left and never went back?
Actually, let me tell you, I wasn't even the one who said no. The last time when he was breaking up with me, he gave me a very stupid reason.
Oh, can you share with us?
I felt sad for him.
What
like
reason? You want to know? My gang will come for me.
Okay, so when was that? It was some days before my birthday.
Okay.
Imagine we shared some days before my birthday, and then that day I was going out with on my birthday I was going out with my friends for lunch. Then suddenly my neighbor said Zako kubuy earrings. Napata amekalia na mshana mrefu. Baka hata umuoni. Amepotelea kwa kiti.
Well, maybe it was just a friend.
And I genuinely loved this guy, like for real. But I used to feel at some point in nikasema mimi ni mjinga aje. Why will I go back to somebody who doesn't appreciate me? And
so it was the constant breakups. You felt tired. Like,
yeah.
Can you, like, how would you say it? Like, how did you get rid? Like, how did you leave? You just got tired.
I'm telling you, I didn't leave. He's the one who broke up with me the last time.
Chai.
And
even after seeing him with another lady.
No, that was Sasa the last time he broke up with me. Some days before I saw him with that lady. And
also he had moved on. In short.
Yeah, he had.
How many days later?
Some days it hadn't been even a week.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So at some
Men
point,
waking up at 3 a.m. to embarrass you.
Exactly. So at some point, I actually even felt bad for him. I was like, you still live at your mom's place. Like, there's nothing he used to do for me. Catching nisema huyu alinifanyia hivi na hivi. And hata yeye sijamcount. Unaona hata nikisema nimedate one person, you're not one of them. Like, he just made me learn something and continuously, like, nilikuwa namwachanga, I can't tell you, nimerudiana na yeye, nimeshakwambia nimemwacha, nimeshaambia rafiki zangu nimemwacha. I used to cry by myself in my room. Because there's a day he had broke me in the morning, sijafanya house chores. Mama alikuwa ameenda job. Nimelia, mamangu akarudi kwa nyumba akanipata ati bado sijafanya kazi. Anaanza kunigombanisha hata na nurse heartbreak. Surely can't you just be patient? It was more painful because una mop, una brush, una feel kama you are a stepchild.
Mwenye kwa movie tunaona.
Yeah, exactly, that was me.
The rain is beating you and
that's then unajua kama break up na mimi kwa nini?
Why?
At age difference. And like you're not even older than me as much.
Oh my god, how old are we talking about?
Like
are we talking
3
10
years.
Jeez.
Yeah, 3-4 years I think maximum.
So
but
he felt okay.
3 years.
Wait, did he feel like the age difference was kidogo, or did he feel like it was too?
It was too big for him.
Yeah.
Like, that was too big for him. And at some point, I'm always like, thank you.
Thank you next.
Yeah, thank you next. Because after him, I got to get people who genuinely loved me. And at least, let's say, kama ningetoka kwa relationship, ningesema, from this relationship, I got this and this. Yeah, kwa hiyo relationship walipatia ulcers. Nilijua dawa zote Panadol mara moja zote mpaka ya meno Sensodyne juu nilikuwa getting rid of the robotos. So sometimes I used to feel bad, but nowadays I just normally look at that situation and I just laugh about it because anyway it was we also had a nice times. We had a good connection. He's the one who used to celebrate my music even before I started singing. So it was good. But I think every relationship has an up and down. But one thing I can tell someone for sure, kama msichana amependa mtu, always mtoka your relationship. My friends tried getting me out of it. Kuna tu time atakufanya kitu ujinga, just learn. Wait for that time, learn. Unless if it's abusive.
Unless if it's abusive.
Yeah. If come in and threaten health wise na kukua alive, just leave. But if it does not, it just threatens your heart,
Go back.
kindly go back.
Go back.
Eat your character development in a silver spoon.
Why are you running?
Usijichafue vaa kitambaa.
Am I babe?
No, ulame mpaka your plate. Because
when you are dying, you'll die alone and you'll leave. No one will even tell you. You'll wear your heels and run. You'll remove your heels, wear your rubbers and run.
exactly. So it was good, but he was just stupid because at sometimes just give me good reasons. No matter if you break up now, believe me, I'll sit down at night, think about something to tell you.
The communication, I'm sure you'll ride on the communication thing. Girls will ride on communication.
Yeah,
you ride
imagine
on
too.
with the distance.
Yeah. Excuse ingine mbwaka nimekuwa nasema kwani alikuwa na type akishuka matatu ama akipanda pikipiki anaogopa simu ibebwe.
Jesus is Lord.
Because what the
He
hell?
didn't think through.
No, and then that time ako university tunashanga kwani hawafunzwi. And then sometimes they tell you that he's busy with school. Maybe that time bado sijajoin university, I'm like, by the way, kumbe ni kuzurura tu. Akiwa the Lord.
Wewe umemwitaje douchebag?
Douche. But anyway, that was I think one of the worst ones for me. I've never gotten character development from there. From there I became the master. Now niko na shule yangu, nimefungua recruiting students. If you feel like character development ulipigwa ija kutosha, kuja kwangu. I got you sorted very well.
Player of the year.
I wouldn't call myself a player because we look at potentials nje. But one thing I can say is nowadays I don't cry over love. I think he made me.
He toughened you.
He was toxic, and I think I can't say I'm toxic, but nowadays I just don't.
You've built tolerance.
Yeah,
that's what I'd say.
like, and then I don't expect. Kitambo with that guy, I used to have expectations like, in 1 year this is gonna happen. Nowadays, me nakanga too.
When we were starting this story, he's the guy you were saying you were hoping you'd get married.
Imagine.
Okay.
So nowadays I don't build anything on expectations. Nasemanga hata kama tutadate siku mbili, imagine to enjoy hizo siku mbili. There's no need to ngangana hapo tunaendelea ku exaggerate mpaka 1 week na hatuwezi fika 1 week. If it's gonna be a 2 days thing, let's date for those 2 days. 1 month, let's just enjoy it. Because sinanga expectations that tutaoana.
Wow. So like I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like you guys, can you maybe tell us what do you think?
Michelle, you know, this thing after in relationship, the thing that hurts you the most is the expectation you had in a man. I expect you to buy me flowers and you don't buy me.
Why?
That is gonna hurt me. If I didn't expect it, you didn't buy me, it's not gonna
But
hurt
then,
me.
okay, I feel like this is a different conversation we should have another time.
Because
like it's a big
deep.
thing. Yeah, it's deep, and if we start delving deep into that, then
it's a 1 hour.
It's gonna be a 1 hour video.
Yeah.
So maybe like on my side, or should I wait for you to ask me the question?
Let me ask you. So Michelle,
Okay.
kindly let us and the viewers know. What is the question?
How did you get rid of your?
How did you get rid of your ex?
Like this question, like this video had me thinking, which ex am I going to talk about? Because I only mentioned the 3 exes that I am fully aware of in terms of dating. As far as dating is concerned,
Jesus is
so
Lord.
for 3, as I said, I'm only aware of 3
Yeah, of course.
dating. The others, if you were part of the journey, you were just part of the journey. Like we were not dating.
That is the right word.
Oh, Kaende. Yeah, so I think I've only dated 3 guys.
Yeah.
And of them all, I'd like to maybe pick one.
Yeah.
One that really hurt me the most, and it was the most toxic relationship. I won't go into so much details because I'm still not in the space to disclose everything.
Yeah.
But this guy made me leave my 5-year boyfriend.
Wool up.
My 5-year boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he told me, so we were just together chilling one time. And then that time I had issues with my boyfriend. It was over Valentine's and the pressure was real.
Pressure is getting
worse. The pressure was worse, my friend. And I was seeing other girls, they were being done for things and things were happening for them, but my boyfriend was really taking the chill pill. Like he wasn't putting any effort. And it really hurts me.
Oh my God.
You know, I'd rather see the bare minimum.
Yeah.
The bare minimum rather than scraps.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, he's not even trying. So I got so mad, but we had an argument before. So that during that time, actually how I met this guy is a totally different story, but we just met. We had been living in the same flat for a while, but we never used to talk. I actually think we met only once during the time we were staying in the same flat, but he moved when he finished campus, but I was still in the same flat. He moved to a different flat. So we met again under different circumstances, and we started hanging out. He was from the coastal region, and me, you know me with my cooking sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was making biryani and all that stuff, so he was really into that kind of stuff. And then we really had genuine conversations with this guy, and I felt like, wow, you know, the way you were saying, like you'd rather had kept it at friendship level.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not every connection when you're connecting with someone you should date.
Yeah.
Like that's one
Upgrade,
lesson. It's upgrade
hapo.
tuacha tu ikayapo. Because for this one I felt like we were so much similar. Like everything I wanted to do, like going abroad, like doing my masters, like, you know, all those lovely things that I've ever wanted for myself.
Kila kitu ilikuwa same.
It's like same. Me too.
Me too.
Oh my god, it was too.
And if you like it's fake now.
And then I was like, wow, I think we can move together, because if we have the same goal, then okay, if you're going abroad for your masters, then of course we'll go together, our relationship will thrive.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were just
mingi sana.
Sip some drink
To go to America and do studies
together. Imagine but by that time I wasn't thinking about it like that, because remember I'm still in a relationship, but we're having really, really bumpy roads. So this time, because I'm tolerating somebody else, we are just vibing, chilling. I'm not really paying attention to fixing what I have with my boyfriend at that time. So I'm really distracted, and I'm not even focusing on because we had arguments before in the past, but we used to solve. But this time I'm not even putting myself in that position to solve anything. So and then now this guy, I said I'm gonna call you Marshmallow. Yeah. So Marshmallow, one time we were chilling, and then he knows I'm dating because I'm very open. I'm like, if I'm dating, I'm dating. So I was like, yeah, I'm dating. And then he told me, Michelle, I've been thinking. Of course, we had. Okay, is it too much information? Like we had made out. So like. At that time, maybe it felt like there was something between us. It was just circumstantial. It wasn't in the best of scenarios. But then, in that moment, he told me, like, can you leave your boyfriend for me? And I feel like
Jesus is Lord.
No one has ever posed it to me. And it felt like, wow, he knows my position and he's willing to fight for me. That's how I felt. Like, wow, he's willing to fight for me. Like, I'm willing to do anything if you become my girlfriend. Those were not his words. Those were my
expectations
words in my
December.
brains. He didn't say he will fight for me. He just asked me to leave my boyfriend for him. And who am I? I like my baby. I like my boo-boo for him. And I wasn't answering calls. I wasn't doing anything. My babe called me that time and I wasn't like,
dance ringtone.
Dance ringtone. Like Marshmallow could see. Marshmallow na sahi wacha nikwambie. Marshmallow sahi anakiona simu yangu inapigwa ni huyo now my boo for then. Like anajam. Kuna time hadi alikuwa anataka kuchukua simu yangu arushanishe. Like that's how he was so mad. I'm like, I didn't call him. He's the one who is calling me. But the problem was sikuwa nimechange when nimemsave. I had saved him like, I'm such a romantic girl. Like I'm gonna save Cupid.
Hey,
with,
my God. Nika mwenyewe Kamau ni Kamau. Na love hearts.
Love heart iko at least. Mimi niko nimemsave Cupid. Na kwambia
mimi na feeling ukipatanga mwanaume jina kama babe wanainusianga hata hiyo Cupid wanainusianga mbali alafu wanadeal na mimi I don't trust.
Okay, from now on squeeze hata tunasema tuna majina za pili.
Hata ukipata babako naeka hapo mwisho. John kama Mwangi.
So let me just fast forward because I'm feeling like I'm a bit detailed. So we started a relationship and of course I was so dependent on this guy. I was like, it has to work because I've left a really stable relationship, stable thing that I had. So it really has to work. And I was putting a lot of effort. I was giving the relationship my all. And
plus pia ako karibu, so you feel like this might
he was there, yeah, because I'm from a long distance relationship, and this guy, I'm seeing him almost daily. But remember, I'm in my shule, and me, I'm still in campus. In my final year. So I'm in my final year, and let me help you with this. I'm in my final year, and so we are two different people. Me, I'm struggling to finish school strong. I have projects and stuff like that, but he's partying out there, everything. So most of the time he's coming to my place and he is drunk, and the connection was just lost because we have nothing to talk about. And I don't like meeting someone, or when someone is just meeting me when they're intoxicated. Like if every time we have to meet and you're high, you have to be on something to see me, then it really annoys me.
Yeah, I know.
So
because they just want to have that nice conversation, the connection.
Yeah, and it's not there when someone is intoxicated. They just want to speak about things, other things, which you don't really maybe want to talk about. Yeah, so that's where I think was the beginning of the rocks. Hey, and it kept on going, and then voila, he's going abroad. Oh Jesus, it hit me so bad. But I was so dependent. I was like the one who is in love with him. Yeah. And the communication was so severed. Like I every time I complain about the communication, he was like, I don't know. I remember my best lines your time nikasema, you're giving me scraps of your time, scraps. Like you're the one scraps. I used to
lazima ingekuwa hapo.
Long messages from Timbuktu to sijui Jordan.
Alafu scraps hapo pahali.
Scraps ndani scraps of your time, scraps. Hey. And then this guy used to tell me every time he thinks I'm immature. He was 1 year older than me or 2.
Wow.
So he played the immature cards
And I remember his face, and I remember I didn't used to like him.
Yeah, you did.
I hated him from day one with his
But he
ugly
was
tattoos. I
cute.
didn't like him.
Child!
I didn't like him. Genuinely, I
boy.
didn't like you. If umejijua, I genuinely didn't like you. I swear.
Anyway.
Me, he just...
First
First of all, hakuwajua jina yangu.
Ako ito zinaka.
Alikuwa Natasha. That was where our hate started.
When did you guys talk?
By the time you were at home, then you guys were on a phone call, then he called me Tasha. I was so mad. That was the first time I heard his voice. And that was the last I made sure. But I just didn't like him, I think.
So like maybe if I just go forward to the main focus of this, like how did I leave him? Because now it was a one-sided relationship. Apparently he didn't go abroad. So by that virtue, since we had done like a big party for him and all that, so he ghosted everybody. Because once you don't go,
Aibu.
I don't know, but I wouldn't like to talk about that here because it's not in my space. But he didn't go because now that I have to say that. And he ghosted me, including me. So I'm like, okay, you might be going through a phase or some things didn't work out. Yeah, but that's why I'm here for you. And you know, the most annoying thing was what? He told me, will you wait for me? That's what he asked me. That guy was Alejandro. That guy.
You lie. Pia kuna mwingine paka anachikingi na line nyingine ati don't give up on me. Alafu anajicorrect ati no, don't give up on us. Nilikuwa nimempigia nimekasirika, I want to break up with him, but ananiambia babe please just don't give up on me. Alafu anakumbuka haiko kwa relationship peke yake. Don't give up. Kwanza ukishasikia us, I'm like, oh my god, he means it.
You know it.
Alafu ndio ulevi yake Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nimelia nafikiria hata mtu amepata accident, kumbe ni ulevi. Kwenda huko pia by the way.
Pigwa manyaunyo yake na nani? Mbuside. Mbuside zile manyaunyo, so we need it here in this channel. What?
So he ghosted you?
Yeah, so he ghosted me. And I'm worried sick. I'm like, did
You're
he
waiting
go?
for him.
You remember that line? Will you wait for me?
Child!
Can you wait for me? And you're there like, yes, baby, I'll wait for you. God. Waiting for, yeah. Wait. So what happened? So I got to learn that he's still in the country. And I reached out. I was reaching out. Because remember, I'm so dependent on this guy. Because I'm like, well, it has to work or it has to work. Because me, I was like, it has to work.
Yeah.
Because I've left another relationship for you,
you.
and it was just like
For
a good
us.
relationship for us. Yeah, so we get to meet again. He apologizes, and we're back on our tracks. But this time, he's treating me worse.
Anatolea hiyo pressure yake kwako.
He's treating me worse. He's telling me he has other girls, and in which number.
Mpaka uko na namba yao.
Nilipewa hadi number.
Kama bank. Unaingia ukipotea risiti yako, chukua ukae pale uongoje tani yako.
Unaona hiyo namba yenyewe una enroll. Niliingia hiyo bank nikapewa namba Marshmallow gave me a number. Yeah, and then I felt so bad. So because of all that mistreatment, I go visit him. He's on call with somebody else.
Oh my god,
I
Michelle, you
swear.
are guy.
I have tolerance. I have patience.
Oh my god.
He's on call with somebody else, and all this time I'm just keeping quiet. But once in a while, because now, like when we get high together, when I say hi, we're just drinking some wine. Insane, so some wine. Yeah. And yeah, so like it gets nasty because I'm now confronting, I'm getting the courage. And one time it was so bad, we kept on doing that, and one time it was so bad I had to be escorted out of his apartment.
Wow.
I was escorted out.
It is that bad.
With the security. He called security on me because it was so bad. Like I was causing drama. Yeah, like I wouldn't say I'm
like
the drama.
He made you.
He made me
mentally unstable as well.
Yeah, I was mentally unstable. I remember even my friends told me, Michelle, you've changed, because I used to cuss now a lot. I think he used to cuss also. So
he made you little him, like a mini marshmallow.
Yeah. So I was there being fried on the. Yeah, and I remember one time, because I kind of like I wouldn't say I was depressed, honestly. That's too much credit for that. But I wasn't really depressed, but I was in a stage where I wasn't really myself. I was living a frustrated life. And I remember one time I walked into a pizza place in Nakuru. It's called Lens. And the waiters were not paying attention to me and my friends. And I caused drama.
Oh God!
I swear, I was like, who the hell do you think you are? Fuck you. What? And we walked out. I told my friends, let's go. Just because they didn't like show us attention, just because they didn't come to serve us within like the first 2 minutes, I was that petty.
My God.
That
he made complaining seem normal.
Yeah,
like he used to do it every time.
Yes.
That anything would piss you off, and zile nyongekalia siku hizo zikali, no matter how little they are.
Yeah, and then the worst thing is someone telling you you're so immature. And the way I used to believe in myself, like everybody else thinks, like Michelle, you are so mature, like
you know when you fast boy,
you have your shit together. And I'm like, hey, I've been immature. Like I've never known. He kept on playing the immature card. Like what? Anytime we start an argument, he's like, hey, I can't argue with you. You're so immature.
Wow.
You start like you're coughing.
So big.
That guy. So eventually, how did I leave? Well, I told you I was escorted with the security, and I was crying that time. I couldn't even go home, so I called my friend up. My friend came all the way from South B. Imagine, she came all the way from South B to where I was on this other side of Thika Road to come get me. I just sat
back at Thika Road.
Kunikujia, like I was just sitting outside the apartment, nikingoja tu. I sat there for like 1.5 hours waiting for my friend to come for me with my bags, my belongings, which let me just, for decency's sake, let me just say I had them. For decency's sake, I had them. So it was like a midnight awakening for me. And I right then and then I knew this is not what I wanted. I knew him as something else. Of course, there are things that I also did to provoke him to chase me out and call security on me, which is his story to tell. I'm not about to incriminate myself.
You can't.
Yeah.
How about tunapatiana how ndo nakawa baya?
Our version.
Of which we are the angels in these stories. Abused
and neglected. And
if you're waiting for us to say the way what we did, kindly go to
another channel.
Else, because here we are angels. You're waiting with the innocent people who have been hurt, mistreated, and all that. It is us. We are them.
The voiceless. So eventually we just stopped talking, but I kept on texting. Anytime I think about him, I just call him, because me, that's how I know how to deal. If I want to call you, I call you. The way you're saying, if you want to go back, just go back. And then eventually you just get tired.
Yeah.
They give you scraps of their time, their attention.
Scraps
bado tunatumia tu kwa hii video for the purpose of this video. Your scraps hata wewe you can just use it.
Scraps. Ninatolewa hivi hizo
scraps like, you know, the way you ziko kidogo scraps unafanyia tu. So I think eventually you just get tired. Easy vitu zingine. And then I also used to go on other dates. Like I just never used to sit down and hope that he'll come back to me. Like I'd go on a date. I like you, I don't like you. We go on a date, eat. The next time you want to call me, if you don't want to call me after that date, free food, free lunch, and I had a free time.
Oh my God.
So like it's no one's loss. Okay, means you're to me fare, so I'll just use my own fare, and then I come eat your food over a good talk. I'll tell you my problem to a stranger.
Laugh, cry if you choose.
If you want to call me again to eat your money, I come.
Running.
Even if you're in Nairobi sometimes.
Oh my God.
I'll make a trip home. That's about it. I think we talked, and then eventually, by the way, he apologized. That's why I called him Marshmallow. It's not that he's a
let me tell you something,
but he apologized.
Me apologies ndo vitu stakangi, by the way. Me, I normally believe at this age you're saying you know what you're doing.
He said he said himself your time. he's the one who was immature. I was like, oh, so
That's
was the reflection
most of the
him,
time
himself.
atakupatia kwambie kitu you want to hear. If you hurt me, why are you coming back, my friend? Go and hurt somebody next, because that is what you do best. Me these fake apologies, I don't like them, because you had a chance to do that when you were together. Why are you looking for me later after Nisha move on, after I'm doing well? That's when you feel like by then you are the stupid one. Me by then nasemanga I'm never the problem.
They are the problem. You're the angel.
The angel. Everyone else is the problem, because I normally feel like me, if I genuinely love you, I'll go an extra mile, even with your broke ass. I promise I will be there for you. But maybe the moment
So
when you
you're
hurt
done,
me
you're
once, I'm done. But then there's a time I almost went back to that one who hurt me.
The douchebag.
Like a year later. Yes, he texted me and we started talking again. And some part of me was still like, I always know I still have a soft spot for this person. But sometimes I'm like, no, I'd be stupid to even consider. Even the fact that I can talk to this person, it's already a privilege. Me, the rest of my exes, I don't talk to them. And as I've said, I only have one ex. And that one was the best one because he really understood me. And then we worked on the same line. So we were building each other. That was literally the best thing I had when it comes to my exes. He was really, really nice, supportive, and for that I'm really grateful. And even though nowadays we don't talk so much, it was something. You know, hey, by the who you? The girlfriend me atampata is really lucky, and that is one thing I'm always gonna say. The rest of you, rubbish. I don't even have anything for you and your girlfriends right now.
No words to say. No words for you.
Oh my God.
We don't even have even a single second for you on this channel. So yeah, that's about it. If you like this video, don't forget to comment. I hope you like. And push the notification, share to your friends.
I'm very curious about the number. Please, her friends, count muandike hata majina tutazicount baadaye.
Ho.
Maybe if all of you
Merry
know
Christmas.
just one, maximum maybe two.
Okay, maybe not Joe wengine. No, I'm mention.
God. Sio ndo nafai kuwa hapa. Watu wako huko.
Okay, but now tumesema ni lessons. If we don't count it as, if we don't consider you kama umejidate, hiyo si shida yetu.
I can bring in a phone calls zake. So I call my best friend. I have my best friend is called Sean. So I call Sean, I'm like, akiwa hapa ananisumbua nifanye. Sean akaniambia tu niambie speaker yangu haifanyi. So atanipigia niambia, okay, sorry baby, I can't answer the phone, my speaker is not working. He was so concerned. Anipigia, I was so happy. Alikuwa anasumbua.
Story ya speaker inasaidia.
Ilisaidia sana mpaka
Sean, I can thank you for
like,
the advice.
I'm a bad person. But sometimes I normally feel like just don't rush yourself. Easy relationships are rush mara mingi. That's the last thing. You just take your time.
Take your time.
And then pay multiple dates is not good, because when you have multiple people, you can't focus on one. Because when that one is not going right, there's you mwingine atakuja fill in his space, you mwingine fill in his space. By the time you notice
you've lost all of them.
And then how mwingine kufill spaces wanakwanga temporary. They live and be alone. You focus to hiyo yako moto when you have your issues, even if you break up in your 1 month breaking up, mrudiane, just get something. But multiple dating is not, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone.
Voice was from Auntie Malia.
Yeah,
follow her page for more advice on men and anything anything related to dating. Auntie Malia advices every Wednesday. Dr. Malia. She's soon going to be on Classic 105 with Dr. Love.
Yeah.
Classic is just negotiating a deal with her very soon.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed making this video.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
It's been real.
Today, before we started doing it, we were so tired. Everyone is from wherever they were. I said, looking at my eyes are kinda.
It's kind of what time? Right side is it's about 2. Let me see what time it is. Maybe show them. Hi, put your password.
It's 2:12. It's 2:12. Imagine.
It's 2:12 in the morning.
So you guys should really give us likes, because after Jalala, then ring light ndio haifanyi, haisimami.
Tunafungua account ya Patreon, watutumia pesa zote.
Because
the ring light.
Kabla tuanze hii video, you guys need to like really like it. Double like it if you can. Call your mother, watch. Even if she does not understand, we will put subtitles in. Even Kikuyu, Kikamba, and Kijaluo.
Yeah, if you can translate for us in any language we are
Let us know.
Let us know. I love you and see you in another video. Bye.